This is Laquitha, and I want to discuss the horror film The Night Eats the World. This was filmed in 2018. The film takes place in Paris and it is a zombie apocalypse film. So, our main character is at a party um, visiting an ex girlfriend. He came to pick up some items. Um, the social awkwardness ensues. Her new partner is there. He has to wait to get the items, and she's taking her time giving it to him. And so he just goes to a back room and sits down for a bit so he can wait for the party to end and just get his stuff and go home. But when he wakes up, he finds that he has slept through a zombie takeover where all of the participants at the party have been slaughtered or transformed into zombies, and he is now alone in this house. um he's in Paris, and when he looks outside or he tries to go down the stairs and see what's going on, he quickly realizes that he is actually trapped in the home. So he basically kind of creates a space for himself and is, left to his own devices to kind of figure out what to do next. So throughout the course of the film, we just kind of see him, kind of slowly unravel dealing with this new reality. He actually takes one of the zombies and kind of makes him into a pet, and has him kind of trapped in a space, and he'll go visit him and engage him. He does happen to actually tame this zombie person, and in the end, he actually lets him go, and he doesn't eat him. He actually leaves. Um, During the course of this film, because his surroundings are, flesh eating zombies, he does actually come across a woman who had been, unbeknownst to him, scoping him out, trying to figure out how to get to his space to try to, I guess, collaborate for survival. However, when she makes it to his door and is trying to, knock or, access, he actually shoots through the door and inadvertently kills her before he realizes that she's not a zombie. But instead of dealing with the fact that that's what happened, he actually hallucinates an entire scenario where she's telling him how to get out of the building and what they can do to escape. And her plan basically involves him jumping across the rooftops and trying to make it in that way. And then when just when he's about to take that plan into action, she kind of leaves and walks back inside. And when he goes in, he snaps back to reality and realizes that she's actually been laying dead on the bed where he left her after he discovered that he'd actually shot a not zombie woman. So it kind of deals a little bit with how, a person can break down being in a situation, isolation, extreme trauma, and just different things like that. So you see some of that play out. Even some of him, trying to antagonize the zombies to get them to try to get to where he is. And they can't get to him. So he's just, antagonizing and trying to attract them to him, screaming as loud as he can, just trying to relieve some of that tension until, he ultimately is forced to do something about it because he is needing to escape at that point because they have reached him. In the end of the film, you're kind of left seeing that maybe he does have a way out and he is able to find a way across the rooftops, as the hallucination of the deceased woman had kind of shared with him. So this is an interesting take on a zombie apocalypse type film. Worth a watch.